Africa, and we've just concluded our sports updates. It's time to introduce you to our topic for the day, and of course, I'm joined now by favorites.
You're joining me, or I'm joining you. I'm joining you, I guess.
But why do you have to just make it weird? All right, so like I said, the topic is an obvious topic.
Yeah.
And the reason is because, the reason for that rather, is that October 1st is right around the corner.
Yes.
Right?
Of course.
And that's the Independence Day of our dear country, Nigeria. So we're talking about Nigeria's independence, the journey so far, or the journey rather. And we took to the streets, of course, asked a few people. But just before we talk about, just before we roll that tape for you, let's quickly talk about Nigeria's independence, the journey so far. Favorites? How have you, I mean, what do you, well, you know, from the colonial masters to our military regime, democracy?
Right now, where we are isn't what I would say is a better place, because from what it used to be, it was harder to, I think that age used to be an age where we could manage certain things that were happening, because then the exposure, the lifestyle, conditions for living were at least an average. But right now, everyone is exposed. We know what is good from bad. We can attest to what an economy needs and when they need it. We understand what good leadership entails. We understand we should be growing with time, or we ought to be growing with time. But apparently, we seem to be
growing against time.
Against time, we are going backwards, and it seems like we're still I don't understand. I'm trying to find a word.
Stuck.
We're still stuck at where we should have left several years back. I feel like we're still there.
But in terms of development and infrastructure, to some certain degree, I would say Nigeria is not where we used to be, right?
Okay.
And in terms of our democratic participation in global politics, in international trade, even in the entertainment sector, I'd say that Nigeria is, growing. It's not what we used to be, fine. But if we compare the value for naira,
okay,
as at when we're still under the British government, and the value for naira now, then you begin to ask yourself the question, what went wrong? What are we doing? What did we miss, right? And as much as it's right now, it's sad, it's gloomy, but there's still hope for the country. Don't ask me where the hope is, I don't know, but there's still hope for the country.
That's exactly what I was going to ask.
That's why I said don't ask me. But there's still hope for the country. And it's interesting to know that, Rome was not built in a day, right?
Yeah.
And even the countries we respect and admire now
yes,
are hundreds of years older than us,
okay,
older than our nation, Nigeria. So they've had their own bouts, their own ups and downs, their own share of killings and all of that.
Okay.
But at some point, they were at the level Nigeria was at their age. I'm pretty sure they were not as developed as they are now. But altogether, let's go onto the streets and listen and watch this video as we listen to the opinions from Black Drum TV's You Say What? I think that's what you say what?
Yeah. Nigeria is turning 61 in a bit. Would like to know your take on that.
Thank God we have gone so far so good. Nigeria have been a big nation that have come a long way, and we pray that God will lead us through. Based on the insecurity and the economic meltdown that we are facing, so far so good. Everything is working by the special grace of God.
Are we really independent? We are going to celebrate independence, but are we really independent? When the youth are still looking for a job and then you are celebrating independence, are we free? That's the question.
Are we progressing or we are retreating, or we are going back? So, to me, this personal opinion, is it security aspect we want to talk about? Is it the suffering of the masses, the hunger in the land, millions of people that has been retrenched from their various works, So I don't know. It embarrasses. It baffles me to see Nigeria as we may claim that Nigeria is giant of Africa, and nothing is working. Nothing. Everybody to his tent. Everybody. The shoemaker survived through his shoemaking. The Okada riders survived through their bike riding.
We are going backward every day by day. We are going backward. It's just like we move one step and 20 times backward.
Things should be done about it.
Government have to do something. Then we, ourselves, Nigerians, have to also do something. If you watch all over the whole world, countries like Great Britain, America, they face such problems. But citizens helps the government to tackle the problem by giving the government informations. And I think the best way to handle this situation of insecurity is, I know there is no money in the country right now, but if we can be able to imitate the Western world in the area of CCTV, we have some good CCTV that can cover some good kilometers. And in that case, the police will have to be a kind of enforced, because with CCTV you can be able to pick up one or two directions of the bandits.
The solution now is you are trying to frustrate the youth out there, and then you are not making provision, like creating the job for the youth out there to do. The part is now help yourself. There's no job. The country is so hard. We are just looking for a possible means on how to survive. Now let us help ourselves. We are going to hustle. I like Nigerians. Nigerians never give up. Whichever level they find themselves, they are going to help themselves.
You see, the solution to this problem, you can see a lot of agitation is going on. So restructuring, because that is what they tell us. In 2015, they says once they come in, there will be a restructure. They will sit down and restructure this country, and that is only what they will do, that will bind Nigeria still together. If not, Nigeria will break into pieces. That's the fact. We are all seeing it.
Well, leadership is the key. Is the key. That's all. The day our leaders, our politicians recognize that this is the only country we have no other place to go to, that is the day we start moving forward.
Now, that's quite a very interesting view. It's a good thing to find out that some people in the street still believe so much that there is hope.
I know.
While
right?
others feel like, I think this is the jackpot time. People feel like this is the time where we'll pick our bags and leave. But then, I mean, look at those men.
Speaking of jackpot, let me just chip this in. It's not from the video. Okay, so yesterday my cousin was on a social media.
Okay.
And there's this group of followers that, have jackpot from Nigeria. So they have a forum where they educate other Nigerians how to jackpot as well, right? And
just so you know, jackpot means run.
No, jackpot means get on a plane and get out of Nigeria to another country. US, UK, that's the meaning of jackpot.
In English.
In English, but paraphrasing means run. All right, so there was this guy who said he is an entrepreneur in Nigeria before he left for the UK. Just so you know, in the month of September alone, 17,000 people have left the country of Nigeria to the United Kingdom.
Are you sure not more? Okay, just to United Kingdom.
To United Kingdom, okay. 17,000. That's a large number, right?
Of course.
He said he is a registered nurse. His wife is a registered nurse. He owns 3 clinics. He owned 3 clinics in Nigeria before he left.
Okay.
He was a well-to-do person. Then the insecurity thing happened. They kidnapped his family member, demanded a ransom of about upwards of 10 million naira. He sold his first clinic to rescue bail out his family, one of his family, I think his cousin or his sister or his brother, I can't remember. The second time they kidnapped his family member again, demanded another amount of money. He sold his second clinic. So his friend now told him, are you not going to sell your third clinic when they kidnap
The third,
the third family member?
Clinics
And
are for.
you could hear the pain in his voice. He was saying, why are they after his own family?
Now they know
Like,
you have
why-
clinics for
Why-
ransom.
Why
for
is it
exchange.
that the government in that state could not even provide any information anywhere about? They could not even provide any form of help.
The security personnel?
Why? Oh, by the way, while he was talking, I was already in the United Kingdom.
Of course,
Of
where
course,
would you be talking
he and his
from?
wife were already in the United Kingdom. Anyways, so he said on the first day before he left, he took the IELTS exam, took a lot of exams, got the job before leaving the country. That when he got there, on his first day in the hospital, they told him medical care, health care is free for him, his wife, and his kids. The question that I asked is, when is Nigeria going to get there? Because when you get, I mean, we just covered the story of a lady, of a pregnant woman who fell off
Fell off the bed.
and died. And he was saying that that very first day, he resumed in that hospital to work. 15 other Nigerian nurses resumed that same day as well. Do you understand?
So we have our brothers in diaspora. We are just living like Nigeria is there.
And if you listen to the guy on the bike with the Chelsea jersey,
Yeah.
who from the Vox Pop, he said something about that Nigerians are just trying to survive and that they're trying to hustle to just make things better. But right now, that is not even
Beyond survival,
feasible.
everybody's. The solution now is running.
I'll be running. Anyways, now the thing is, we're not asking much. The request, the collective request
Necessary needs, yeah.
of the Nigerian populace is the government. We're not asking you to dash us money.
No.
We're not asking you to dash us internet.
Security.
Just give us an enabling environment. We know how to hustle.
Even despite they are making things very difficult for us,
exactly.
we can't even deal with. If things are so difficult and they were handling security or the insurgencies and all of that, we would understand that, okay, this place is safe for us to continue
work,
to practice capitalism, live by struggling and trying to make it on our own.
Yeah.
But then, the I don't understand how I'm going to put this. The environment it's not even conducive for to raise a child.
It's not conducive to raise a child. It's not conducive to be educated. It's not conducive to start a
Children,
business.
look at the north. People can't go to school because of
Schools are closed down.
insurgencies.
Communities,
How do they
communities are
intentionally-
living in fear.
Yes. How do they intentionally close down schools, saying over 1 million children would not be able to go to school because of the security issues? Instead of tackling the security issues, they are making resolutions as to we have failed, we can't face the security. So resolving this issue, I think we should be the one that should. Oh, wow. This is really a very terrible thing. I'm just like the whole thing is playing
It's
in my
playing
head
back
now,
in your mind.
and I'm like, wow,
how far we've come and
this is
how far
very
we've actually
unbelievable.
fallen.
Wow,
Because right now, naira to dollar, I think, is about 500 or something naira.
578, yeah.
Pounds to naira is about 700. The more value our naira loses, the more terrible our economy becomes.
Depreciate.
It
and
depreciates, it becomes hard and hard. Commodities, the price of commodities will skyrocket. That one is sure. That one is very sure. But anyways, hey, it's Nigeria's independence on Friday, the 1st of October.
Of course,
Happy
yeah.
Independence Day to
Happy
all our
Independence.
Nigerians out
Of
there.
course, we do hope we'll be able to have a guest in the house that day. Of course, even if we don't, we should also be able to have you join us via a Zoom call or
And
something.
we're going to interview a lot of people
yes,
about we're getting the independence shout out and we're playing it back for you. So stay hopeful and stay positive that there'll be positive messages. And that brings a wrap to our topic for today.
yeah.
It's time to go to the fun part, the light mood,
Of course,
the weird facts.
the weird fact. I can't wait. So I'm just going to take the first one.
Please.
Before 1913, you could legally mail a baby. Mailing children became a common practice in rural America as the postage price for a child was cheaper than the price of a child's train or bus ticket. Thank God this one's not legal anymore.
Why was it even legal in the first place?
I don't even understand.
How would you mail a child?
I don't understand. So you put a child...
White people! Jesus!
Very, very funny thing.
All right, this next one says, in Japan, Girls buy boys gifts on Valentine's Day. 1 month later, on March the 14th, the Japanese celebrate White Day, which is when boys buy gifts for the girls who gave them gifts on Valentine's Day. This happened because of a printing error by a chocolate company in their initial promotions for Valentine's Day. Trust me, I would love this to happen in this country.
I want to be in this kind of...
Yes. Give me gifts on February 14th. Then I give you gifts
back.
March 14th.
And your gift, don't bring any boxer or roll-on here.
Or singlet.
Let's know what we are doing.
Let's follow the calling.
If you are ready, I know what to buy you. There's always,
don't look at me. Say it.
I can buy those things for you. I know them. Toothpaste, those very light. Gifts should come from the depth of your heart.
If inside your heart is boxer and singlet that is there,
you need the examination. You mean I don't have?
Okay, I did not see it go in that direction, but let's just.
The world's loudest bird call can be heard from half a mile away. That's 0.8 kilometers away. This piercing call belongs to the three-wattled bellbird, and what's more is that they have different sounding calls in different countries, like regional accents.
The Italian accent of this bird will be loud.
Let's think about the Nigerian accent. I don't want to make the sound, but I'm off camera, I can make that kind of sound.
You and the animal kingdom are really close. I'm pretty sure you can make as many sounds as possible.
Like these birds would probably scream.
Are you even seeing the look of the bird?
Like their call will be,
razzmatazz. The notary uniform is actually white and green. Just sprinkle a touch of green on this bird and we're good to go. All right, so this one says...
This particular bird, before you jump off, it looks like... See the way they open their mouth like those beggar guys,
All right, let me read this. In Ethiopia, there is a place known as the Gateway to Hell. This place is one of Earth's hottest places as its air is toxic to humans. Scientists have been able to find organisms living inside their acid pools that can survive without oxygen. Yes, microorganisms can survive in different, depending on the type of microorganisms that they are. So I do not think I would want to go to this place for any reason.
I don't want to know where it is.
I do not. Neither do I.
But they said in Ethiopia.
It's ironic, isn't it, that the gateway to hell is in Ethiopia, the only country not to be colonized by any foreign religion. Like Ethiopia's Christianity is like the original throwback Christianity.
That's why the gateway to hell is
right there. Because I will preach and the gates of hell will not, but okay. Oh, I think I know about this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I want you to read this.
Okay. There is a knot on a helicopter called the Jesus knot. The Jesus knot is the knot that fixes the rotor blades to the helicopter. It is called the Jesus knot because if it fails, all that's left to do is pray to Jesus. Oh,
Jesus.
Wow.
Jesus.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Okay. Yeah, when I said I knew about that, I've seen this before, and we took.
I don't think I don't want to even talk about it.
It's not even as big as two hands. It's just sitting on one hand.
And it's holding that.
And it's holding the whole body of the helicopter to the rotor. So.
Not a helicopter, no.
So you don't want to fly in an helicopter.
Planes.
Did you see that trend on Twitter where someone was about Jesus being the way or something like that? Can I remember this? I can't remember. If I remember, I'll just say it was really good. Okay, so this one says lobsters have teeth in their stomach. Instead of chewing with their mouths, they swallow their food whole and chew it when it's in their tummies. Not only that, but lobsters also have two stomachs. Has 2 sets of teeth or 4 sets of teeth. So, as a matter of fact, I don't know how to go inside the lobster, but I heard they really taste good.
Well, whatever happens, they are lobsters. We are humans. I have no business with whatever their digestive system is like.
Okay, I remember the tweet I was talking about now. It's about helicopters and aeroplane, right? And motivational speakers. So people were like, even aeroplane, they trek before you fly, make nobody rush you. And then someone else said, helicopters know the trek. No allow motivational fool you. And then another person replied that helicopter know the trek. Now why know they go far?
Not true.
So what's all this? All right.
If you fell into a volcano, you would float on the lava instead of melting. This is because the molten goes it's so thick that you will just land on it and float until you burst into flames.
I like how they put the whole float idea in there, like as if you can just
No,
go
that's
for a
for
swim.
them. Whoever wants to try it.
Yeah, whoever wants to go for a floating,
You will float.
yeah,
We're
they say
just
you will
giving
float.
you
We're
an
giving you
idea
the
of
fact
what will happen
of
when
what will
you
happen
try,
before
yeah.
you combust. You will float small. All right, prisoners at Alcatraz,
Yeah.
were given the luxury of hot showers. This was a comfort not often given to prisoners in many prisons at the time. However, the management of Alcatraz afforded their prisoners hot showers to stop them from becoming acclimatized to cold water, which would aid their escape from the island. That's a very cunning and smart thing to do.
Very smart thing.
Because the water outside is cold.
Yeah.
If they are used to cold water, they can swim for longer and
Yeah.
get to their destination. But if you balance it up with hot water,
You will now.
I mean, by the time you touch the cold water, so you're like, is it worth escaping?
BC. Research shows that one has up to 6 doppelgangers. Doppelgangers, yeah. It has even been found that people of different genders can be doppelgangers if of each other. Furthermore, there is only 9% chance that you will meet one of your doppelgangers in your lifetime.
Well, I would take that chance. I would like to meet my doppelganger if he
I don't even want to
exists.
meet you. Wherever you are, be well.
All right. Oh, this looks interesting. The British Queen's handbag is a body language communication device. It is used by her to relay secret and silent messages to her staff. For example, if she is finished speaking to a guest, she will move it from one arm to another and her aides will politely end the conversation. Or if she wants to abruptly end the conversation, she will put her bag on the ground. Okay. All right. Well, the Queen's the
You
Queen.
might just be doing that and I'll be looking at you like, what's going on here?
Or me, I'll just pick up the bag and like, madam, we're still talking. Can't be dropping your bag while we're talking. What's that? That's disrespect. You know who I am?
Yeah, dropping your bag at me or me.
Imagine if she dropped her bag in front of T'Challa at that time. Okay, so it's been an interesting episode today.
Yeah.
Interesting
Quite
conversation.
interesting.
It was great holding it down with you, favorite.
Oh, of course. And to our viewers, thank you for joining us and making the show possible today. This is where we call it a day. I hope you enjoyed the show. BC Bello.
Yeah, thank you all for joining us on today's episode.
How are you warming up for the independence?
I think I'll just take some tea. Have some
Green
nice
tea, right? In a
No.
white cup.
The one made from cocoa.
Okay.
Cocoa.
Okay.
All right. So thank you all for joining us on today's episode. My name is Adebisi Pelumi, but
Yep.
please, it's simply BC. And also remember, guys, stay safe. Wear a nose mask. Keep that social distance. Let's wash our hands and drive safely.
Of course, it's still a productive week ahead. Thank you for joining us today. We hope the next time we'll be here, we'll also have you join us. My name is Favor. I like to be called Favorite. Have a lovely day.